Hello everybody, my name is Icy Cubes and we're back with another stream. Gonna be doing the same thing that we were for the past 3 days. Back with another stream. Is my mic on? Gonna be doing is Icy Cubes and we're back with another stream. Gonna be doing the same thing that we were for the past 3 days. Okay, yeah, it's sorry. I couldn't hear it. So basically what we're going to be doing is going to be finish the textures, all that. I just wanted to say before we go further, I didn't have the chance yet to upload the video that I was going to do for this chair. I'm going to be uploading that hopefully later tonight or tomorrow morning so that it's out. But this is actually how it looks. I'm just gonna show it off right here. Actually, oh wait, oops. I wanted to put this in full screen. So we're gonna just do the Control B. The other thing I forgot. Okay, so we're just gonna do Control B and render the whole chair. This is what I came out with. Something like this. I wanted to make it white, because if the wall is going to be white, I want this to just stand with the wall. So we just did some texture right here that's like little dots, and then we got the wrinkles in there, as you can see, and on the cushion. So I think it turned out pretty well. Like, it could have been better, in my opinion, for the texturing of the arms, which I'm not satisfied on it yet, so I might change it. But yeah, that's what it turned out as right now. So the other thing I'm working on is just as like side project of my own is this lamp right here. Now it will work if I can figure out what glass texture I can use. Now, as you can see, we have this glass and then we got a glass inside because there's a light bulb in there. But what happens when I think I have this on top? Yeah, when this is on top, what happens is you can see the little filament, it's called, and it doesn't look right. So right there, that's what it would normally look like. But if we would like put like a plane, let's say we just put a cursor there, not a cube, I don't want to put a cube, a plane, and let's pull it down. Like there, and let me just turn off the sky for a second. You can see we get the light coming out of it, but the problem is whenever you have this extra layer of the glass on it, it's not going through. So if I take that off, it's still iffy about it, but like I said, I'm still trying to fix it so it works. But that's why I have it on this off layer, so that it's not showing up in the whole thing. Let me just turn that off. So yeah, just wanted to say that real quick. So if you want to make extra indoor lighting, you can. I might not do that. I might just set up like planes behind the camera, just so that we get rid of some of the noise, because there is a lot of noise in the whole picture. But other than that, it's pretty good. Now I wanted to show something off that we can also do today as well. I did it with the chair and nothing else yet in this scene, but I was playing around with it. Basically, for texture wise, now I have realized, and it's not available for everybody. For like, say you go onto Polygon or something, get your textures, make like a free 30-day trial. You only get 25 credits, and if you download like a whole texture, like with these, like the texture that I used for the couch, I don't have like a real texture like in here that uses all of them, but say the texture for the couch I downloaded off of Polygon, and it comes with the diffuse, the displacement, the gloss, the what's it called? Diffuse, displacement, gloss, normal, and it comes with all those. So I realize that's not available to everybody, and if you only have those 25 credits, it's really useless because those things run out crazy fast. So you can go to cgtextures.com, which is what it used to be called, but now it's called textures.com, and you can download free textures. But again, there are these credits. There's 15, but every day they'll refresh. So you'll get 15 every day, which it's not bad, but you can only download low quality and medium quality images, which are somewhere around like 1K to 2K, maybe 3K, depending on the picture. So what I did is that I downloaded one, and we're going to change this blanket. We're going to try it out. We're not going to change it permanently, but we're going to try out some different like type of thing with the blanket. But I basically just got this really plain default, I would say, blanket image. So if I can find it. So here it is. This is the image that we got. So the reason why I got it in this color is because we wanted to stick with the blue. And it has some wrinkles in it too, so that gives it even more of an advantage. But what we're going to do, so this is all we have. We just have this image right here. It's useless, because if we just put this on, like, we don't have any normal maps or any of that. So like a typical one like this, it comes with all these maps, and you really can't do anything if you don't have these maps. So there's a easy solution. You don't have to do anything. It's not like using Crazy Bump or something, which you still need like a license key that you need to buy for $100 to $300. So the easy fix is actually using GIMP, which I was testing something before. But let's say we want to use our image. We're gonna just hit the little convert, because it was used by an old Adobe software, but we're going to use this. And then there's this awesome add-on. You can go get it. Okay, this time I'm actually going to try and link something in the description, because I say I am going to link something, but I never do. But you can get this filter called Insane Bump. It's under the map, and then Insane Bump. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube how to install this. But basically, what you can do with this, and what makes it so awesome, is it will just render out all of these. So it displays just a few of them, like the displacement, the normal map, and all you have to do is just hit execute. We can pull this folder over, and you can just see how, there it is. Now we have all of our images, and I messed with this morning on a wood texture and compared it to the polygon. Like, I just used one of the diffused images from Polygon and did it in there, and I just put all the maps on. It works identically the same, so everything's fine and dandy with that. So if that's what you're worried about, that it's not going to have like that same look to it, well, there's no problem. But we're going to finally actually get started in texturing this. So we're going to go to our node. We're just gonna keep this one as blanket though, but we're just gonna close it and make a new material and say blanket 2. Let's just delete that. Oh, delete it. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add, so like I said, a lot of videos or streams, you're gonna want to download this PBR file from Blender Guru. The video, just search it, I guess. I really can't, well, I could try and leave a link, but what we're going to do is we're just going to have that in, and now with this folder, just going to pull the cloth, or the diffuse. So the diffuse is this one, and we are going to be pulling the normal map, which is just this one with just this N right there, and then the last one we're going to do is the displacement, which is actually the one with the D at the end. Now, the other thing, if you want to do materials like, say, wood, we're going to go over that. We're going to try and do that today in this tutorial, and I'll show you a great way to do it, because I think I'm just going to stick to just texturing stuff today, It's kind of enjoyable. Like, I actually like doing the texturing and the modeling. Like, I don't know, I just love doing all of it. That's what makes it so much fun. So this is the displacement, so we're just going to put it to the side. This is the whole image. Before we move on, this is the normal map too. So before we do anything, the normal and the displacement, just put on non-color data, because it will like desaturate it and make it like kind of gross looking. So as you can see, we have it right there. You can see all the little stitches inside too. Now you might be thinking, oh, plug the normal into the normal map. Don't do this, because I'm going to just explain right here why. When you plug it straight in, you can't edit the amount of like detail and strength it has. So you're going to want to go and just, I'm going to say search it. Search for a normal map, not a normal, but just a normal map. Program might actually, okay, never mind. Thought it was going to like stop for a second. So for strength wise, I'm going to recommend from 2.5 all the way up to 1, depending on what kind of texture you're using. Usually 1.5 works because it's not as much, but for this, I think maybe we could go 1.75 because it will add a little bit more detail, so you can actually like identify it with your eyes. And now with the displacement, what we're going to do is get a bump node in. I keep spelling bump like that. I don't know why. I've done it all day. I kept practicing this texture. And you're going to just pull it into there. And now, when I did this with the wood, it was like crazy disgusting. Like, it was something like, I can't even get it with this texture. But I'm going to put the distance at 1. And you can actually see right here, when you get really close, you can see the little tiny details in it. And put the strength at maybe 0.03. Because this does get a little, like, if you have it high, like this. Well, this is a bad example for this texture. But when you have it high, sometimes it's really, like, it's crazy. Let's try 0.5. Just half. Oh, I thought it just froze again. I thought it was loading. 0.5. Yeah, not bad. So from the camera's perspective, you're not really going to notice it that much, but it just adds that extra effect. So if someone's like, oh, oops, I want to go zoom in, they actually put the time and the detail in doing this. Now, we could also add like fuzz on this, which we might do in future video or stream, because this already is a high poly object, as you can see how long it takes, but it already is a high poly object, so it will increase render time even if you put that fuzz on it too. But we're gonna get out of the little render preview, and yeah, so that looks good. I'm gonna keep it, just gonna save it right there and go back to default. Now we're gonna do the floor. I'm actually gonna move the blanket to this layer, so we just got the floor all by itself. And again, we can go to say polygon or CG textures, depending on which one you have. Now this is the one reason why a lot of people hated on like CG textures, is because it didn't have that detail, and you had to slave over work for it. But the people that knew the GIMP little shortcut, they were smart and they realized it. I'm happy I found it. I found it on a forum, actually, like a Reddit forum for Blender. I was just looking, I was searching something like what is a substitute for like crazy bump, and someone actually said it, so I actually got lucky just by finding it. So, but I'm gonna go in CG textures and go to wood and then find wood. I'm just looking, so I have it off my screen right now, but there's this new one right here. So some of the textures that are coming out on CG Textures, they're actually coming with normal maps already installed, because I just saw that like on one of the new ones. But I'm trying to find one that's like, this one might work. Yeah, that one, because I want to get one that will have like details, so when you do all the maps on it you can actually see it. So I'm gonna download this. I have 9 credits left for today, but like I said, it's perfect how they do this. I honestly love how they do it. But I can either use, I might use this one. I already have the maps for it, but my voice is getting all scratchy again. Hate when it does that. I'm just actually gonna look for one more. So I feel like the one that I got isn't dark enough. This one might work. I would find 0032 is the one I'm gonna try. So I'm just gonna make a new folder, because this stuff just unleashes into your, like, wherever you have the image. So I just wanted to warn you about that too. That's why I have them all in folders right there, because sometimes they go a little crazy and go all over the place. Actually, there we go. I'm gonna use this one. So I'm down to like 6 credits now because I just used like 3 of them. Dang. But again, it will refresh at midnight. It doesn't like necessarily mean 24 hours. Like, it won't refresh in 24 hours. It will refresh at midnight, which something I actually personally like a lot. But now we have the image here, so this is the one I picked. I don't know, it has a little bit of saturation, but maybe we can desaturate a little bit. But again, we're going to jump into GIMP. If you didn't catch this the first time, we're going to go to filters, map. Oh, we actually need to open the image as well. So let's just throw it in there. Filters, map, and then insane bump. Like, I'm honestly thrilled about this. Like, this made me so excited when I found this. I was like, oh, yay. Because it's something that, like, is really effective. So I really don't mess with the settings either in this, because I found they kind of mess it up. If you really don't know what you're doing, then you're gonna just totally screw it up. But that's what it looks like in just this little preview. I don't know why it shows that, because when you're using it in a 3D software, it's not what it looks like. But here we go again. We're gonna go into our node editor. So when you use what's it called, Archimesh, it already has set preset like textures, which I'll show you why you don't want to use them. Like, they do, you can actually notice like a bump in it, but the reason why it's just weird is I don't understand how, like, I don't even think that is a bump, or like a crevice. I don't know. It kind of does look like it, but this is just using just normal Blender textures, which honestly right now is a no-no for something photorealistic. So we're just gonna delete everything right there, and we are gonna just drag. Again, we're gonna use the PBR. So again, make sure you have that, and then drag this into the color. Oh, we need the. I always do this, you know. I need to really stop doing this. We're gonna subdivide it. I'm gonna do 10 times, just so it gives it, like, if we want to edit something and change it, and then just UV unwrap. That should have changed it. Okay, I don't know if this is just like, let's just start over. We're gonna go to my UV one, just because I want to see. Okay, go back, get this in. Just, is this working? No, Why does this keep happening? Like, seriously, I just don't understand this. Okay, never mind, it is working. I'm just, didn't give it time to load. Okay. So, PBR dielectric. All the big words. And then we're gonna just pull our image in again. Or not. What is the deal here? It's obviously unwrapped, and the material mode showing it. So what is the deal? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna reset this. I don't know what is going on. See, like, this is just the moments I hate when this happens. That's actually making me lag, so let me just move that again. Okay, we're selected on here. I do this. It doesn't affect it. We're just gonna, I'm not gonna subdivide it, I'm just gonna unwrap it. You know what, maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to just unwrap it before we, let me just, I'm just gonna, there's obviously something wrong with, like, Blender right now. I think I have too many things open. But, is this unwrapped? Yes. I don't think I really needed to subdivide it last time. But, make the new texture. Put this in material mode. Okay, that goes black. That's a good thing. Wait, does this come up when you search it? Hey, look at that, it does. And then pull the texture over so it doesn't change. We're just gonna try this. We're just gonna pull all them in. Now for gloss and reflection, I found this one worked. Basically, just try and use any black and white one except the A, because this is actually ambient occlusion. You know, I'm bad with names, okay? But I found this one worked, so we're just gonna pull it over there. Normal map and the diffuse, or the displacement. So we're gonna basically set this part up the same, but it's gonna be what we're gonna change with this. So again, we're gonna get our normal map, not normal, and then pull it into that normal, and then that normal. Okay, yeah, this is coming up. Okay, so with the wood, now you're gonna be able to see this, how ugly it gets if you have this too high. This could be a wood thing, who knows. But I actually, again, want to turn this off so I can preview this. Let's get like a area lamp. We're gonna just this strength to 200 and make the size 10. Let's rotate this. Oops. So as you can already see, it does have a reflection, and that's because of the dielectric shader PBR. So just, I'm gonna turn it off just so you can ignore it for now, so we can actually focus on voice crack, what we're trying to do. We're gonna get the bump again, spell it right this time. Just gotta stay in my head, spell it right. And pull that into the height. Oh, did I? We're gonna crash. Okay. Okay, I did do it right. So you're gonna wanna pull that into the height. No. Okay, here we go. Back to the floor. Wait. Why is the floor on layer 2? Oh my gosh, it's on 3 layers. Okay, whatever. That's fine. But now we have that in, so if you want to see what it looked like before, you can just see the minor change. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm not getting that weird effect like I was like when I first tried this out. So I guess that's a good thing. Okay. Now these are set to color data, so we're gonna turn that off. Forgot to do that. Now I think when we affect this, maybe 0.5, and then I don't know why the detail's not going in as much. Like, let's put it back on 1, and we're gonna try and raise this. Okay, yeah. So when you raise this too high, it does get a little hideously ugly. Maybe 0.75, because we still want the detail and the crevices in it. Now, this might not have been the best material I should have done this on, but we're actually gonna unwrap it, or scale it up so that it makes all the little pieces of wood smaller. Now let's go back. Actually, get out of render mode on that. Now that's the Y. So I'm gonna scale the Y down. And how does that look? Just trying to do like a few little edits. That should be good. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Now, let me just real quick. I'm gonna try and wrap this up now. Let me just open up my other one just real quick. This is I just want to show you before we go on a little bit further. Just this is the one I was doing before. Let me get that out so it's not like killing my computer. I think it's this one. Yeah. So this is what this is going to be the end setup of this. Now there is a tutorial on how to set this up if you just want to focus on the wood. Again, it's a Blender Guru video, I think. But it's just a generic wood. Anybody can use it. It's honestly a good texture. There's a lot of different things that we're gonna add to, but let's not focus on that. See, I'm gonna use the process of focus. Actually, this is. Oh yeah, that's fine. So this is what this one turned out with. I didn't like want to affect the bumps as much on this. I was just seeing like with the reflection, and the gloss. Now you can see the wiping and smearing again on this. We are gonna add that, so I'm just gonna move this to the side so I can have my little cheat sheet here. But this way it helps me because it can help you. So here we go. So basically we have everything set up right now, but with this right here, we need to get this attached to the output. So it's a long way through here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add an invert, since it still isn't like a quote unquote roughness as Blender reads it. So we're just gonna pull it into that. Now, I have this written down on a book. For the gloss, you're going to want to put the invert at 0.5. And this is just what I was testing before. I have this all like written down in a book because, you know, I don't want to lose all this information. Now, we have to do, I think we have to append it again. So let me just save here so we don't lose anything. We're going to append, and we're going to select the less more slider, which you might have saw when I pulled that other screen over. So we're going to go back to group, and we're going to select the less more, pull the color into the color. Yellow goes into yellow, so that's how you just picture it like that. We're going to get the mix RGB again, like we did yesterday, and pull the value into the color. So yes, I just said color goes into color, but in this case, sometimes you can pull grays into yellows and purples into nurples, but you can. I'm just like trying to say you can pull any into any texture, but sometimes it won't turn out right. But now with this mix, we're going to turn it to a screen, and we are going to connect that to the roughness. So the roughness is the gloss, and as you can see right away, it looks like total crap. Now you can mess with this slider too, which I'm going to do, and you can also mess with this one, but this is supposed to be on a 1, and I'm going to put this on like a 0.382 specific. And now what we're going to do is we are going to get the wiping residue. Now this is where you're going to need polygon, because you can't get this with CG textures, unfortunately. I wish they made a feature where you could, but we're going to edit all the values just in a little bit, so it's going to look like crap for just a tad bit. But let me get my like smudges, I guess. Now you can use something like this, but this is what I use on the table, so I'm just gonna see where I left it. Okay, here. So we can use this one, which is gonna be like feet and a mixture of like a mop, and we can use this one, which is just mainly a mop. So we're gonna use both of these. So if you don't have them, they're 1 credit on Polygon. If you don't have an account with them or like subscription, but we are gonna pull, or I think this is the wiping residue medium. Which one do I need? Okay. So we're gonna use the mop. This is gonna be the mop one. So put it right here. And now we're going to pull that also into the screen, and you're going to get this weird looking effect right now. And I'm just trying to see where everything is up here because I have it all scattered everywhere. We are going to get another screen, so we're just going to duplicate this one. And we're going to pull that into there because we want that there. So again, we're going to copy another one. So we're going to have 3 screens in total, and this is going to be where you have your footsteps right there. And I realized something with the smudges. I'm going to turn it to no color data, and we're just going to pull this one into there, and same with this one. Okay, we actually can't see this one right there. So now, after you have that, you're going to get, I think I messed this up a little bit, but you're going to get a less more slider again, so I'm just going to copy again. So this is going to get a little chaotic, so I'm just telling you, just try and pay attention. And then a Fresnel, so we're just going to search it. Here we go. Now pull this into the screen, or the less more. Now that into that, and then into the factor. Or actually, no, this is supposed to go here. I didn't do anything wrong. that goes there. And now we have this. So let me just make sure I have everything. I'm going to put this at 0.5 so it uses both of them. So we evenly distribute both of them. This less more shouldn't be on this number. So we're going to do a negative 0.83 or 835, I think. And then, now this one I think's good. I just wanted to check everything. And the normal map, actually. No, I don't think we should. Maybe I've been doing this wrong the whole time. Normal map, pull into here, and then pull this into the normal. Okay, yeah, I've been doing it wrong the whole time. Oh my, I'm so dumb. So now we have something that's starting to look natural, or just trying to see everything again. Okay, yeah, we have it. So this is the whole thing. Now as you can see, it kind of looks disgusting up here. So we're going to edit the values. Now that we did that, where we pulled everything into the bump, this is where you're supposed to do all these specific settings, which I had written down. And put this on 0.5. Now again, we have some weird effects going on right now, so don't pull this too high. I'm just going to warn you now, because that's what one looks like. It's too much detail in there, so I would say try to go maybe close to it. Maybe 0.25. This floor actually doesn't look that nice, so if the floor changes in the next video / stream, that would be because I changed it. Yeah, so there's just a lot of gloss, so I want to limit that, because as you can see over here, that's what this is. Now let me just make sure. Yeah, now I'm going to try it again with this texture right here. So we're going to go back into the wood. And I'm going to use the one that has an S at the end. Because you can use, like I said, either black or whites. So the ones I'm going to recommend you use are either this one or this one, depending on how your gloss is. Now I don't actually know specifically what these mean because they only have letters. So I'm actually going to say I don't know what they're actually supposed to be. Now not this S right there, but that S and that H right there. I'm thinking this might be height, but like I said, it doesn't give a specific name. So I used the black and white like a gloss texture. So let's just disconnect this and pull this one in. So I think with this one we're gonna have to go a little bit lower. Okay, that's actually not doing anything at this point. What did this one look like again? Yeah, this wood is a little weird. This is just the wood texture itself, so let's actually get rid of this light. We are actually getting light because it still thinks that thing's there. What's it called? But let me put the light, or the skylight, on 1. It doesn't look bad, but there's just something about it that looks bad. But we're gonna go into our default scene. We're gonna do this with the walls. There they are. And we're just gonna do like a quick preview render. As you can see right here, we actually limited it. Let's get the couch in, I would say. Oh, that's a chair. But you're gonna get the blue effect from the sky. That's why you want the sky to be turned up like really high. You want to get that thing like at a high like number. But that's a table. I don't want to do that one. Okay, here's the couch. So now, the thing is, when we have everything in the scene, this isn't going to be here because the table's obviously going to be there. So, again, I'm just going to get it in just to show you. So that will cause some shading, and it will limit the amount of blue that's happening, which should. But yeah, there's a lot of tweaking you can do with this. You can mess with all the values, but for me, I'm going to feel comfortable if I use like the same wood that I did in the scene that I uploaded, because this one has like more nooks and crannies in it. So we're just going to go back. If you want to get this wood, you can download it. I need to just get the floor again. There we go. So we're gonna turn off the sky again. Actually, we can just use that sun. That's what that light was coming from. So again, just select it. If you wanted to follow along with this texture, you can. So I'm just gonna delete all the image textures except the wiping ones. So I'm just gonna do that. And now we just got that. That's like our floor now. So, the texture, if you want it from Polygon, like some wood textures, I don't prefer from, what's it called? CG textures or whatever you want to call it, because it changed its name. I'm using wood flooring 044 because they don't actually have wood that's specifically for floors. So that's our problem with it. Now I am gonna use the same. I'm going to be using the GIMP like shader or maps, because this is what I wanted to show this tutorial, so that you don't need to use those paid ones. It's just for some reason overriding that. So let me just keep it like this for a second. We're gonna get the normal. So let me get the. What has happened? We're gonna get the normal and the diffuse. So pull that normal into here and put it where it belongs. So as you can see, this wood it looks great with the texture or the maps on. Like I said, those floors aren't made for like different maps like this. They need different values and all that. So displacement, all the settings are still here, so you don't have to mess with anything if you're going to be using these ones. And I'm going to be using the H one right here, which right now doesn't have any like reflection because this is a more subtle image. So we're going to go 0.5. And it's not connected either, so you know that can affect it. So we're gonna bring it down. What is going on here? You know what, actually, which one did I use? Let me just try this one. Oh, I know why this is happening. If I just move you to another layer and try and get the so it is gonna look pretty awful. It's not helping my case with the whole thing of using GIMP. Oh, here we go. This is why. The reason why is this value is too low. It's the same thing as like a glossy shader. The lower it is, the more reflection it is going to be. And that's why it has like that gray texture to it. So we're just going to do like 0.8. And we're going to use the other one again. So yeah, if I can find the real actual glossy map, like if I can figure out which one it is, then we can have a little bit easier rendering. But now we can mess with this, maybe 0.5, 0.75. And we'll just see what this looks like. And this is also because we're on like that view, because if we go up and above it, it's not going to have it. This only effect happens when you're looking straight down on it. Now, is everything connected again? I think we have everything connected. The Fresnel value, is that right? Yeah. I just want to get these values like close to exact, just so you can like use them. This could also be affecting. Don't think it is that much. There we go. Let's try and get this close. Oh, and is that because of that? So we're gonna go low again. We're gonna go. So this just made it super metal. See, like what I'm confused about right now is that this is what it looked like. So let me just quickly get rid of that. I'm gonna try and fix this off camera, and whatever I do to fix it, I'll show you. But if I show you this is what it looks like on here. It's the same texture. So I might just try and restart the whole thing maybe, but off camera. And if yours might look like this now that I think about this, it might be something that I did. I'm just gonna say you can try it. If it doesn't work, then, and you don't believe the whole GIMP thing, then just use polygons, textures. I don't know what's wrong with it right now. Honestly, I'm kind of baffled. So I might just restart this whole thing right here, or actually, I can just cheat. So where is it? It's like wood with GIMP. Oh, dots right there. Objects, plane. There we are. Oops. Did I do that? But now we can render this, and yeah, looks like it's supposed to. We're gonna go back into the UV. And we are gonna select all of it and just scale it, because this one's a little bit, oops, nope, don't do that. We need to get out of edit mode. Let's go back in. Yeah, I think that's good. Pretty good. So let's go back to here, and now we can just put this layer back on. Oh, not that layer. Go into the camera, and we definitely need the sun on, and our sky's on. So yeah, that will look good. It goes good with like the couch and stuff. Now, what I'm gonna say is, if you want to, for a little assignment again, you can do the walls yourself. I'm gonna do it on my off time. just when I have some free time. But I'm going to basically texture the walls, make them white. I'm going to recommend when you do this. And yeah, basically that's it. If the GIMP thing doesn't work, I'm going to try and make a tutorial on it. Maybe actually record something just to like show you all the different things that you can do and to fix it. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Goodbye.